The Yankees made an exciting move. We're going to go over what that move is in a little bit. But listen, if you don't know what that move is by now, that means you must live under a rock. And if you do live under a rock, you know what? I support you. If that's how you want to live your life, living under a rock, I don't think is very sanitary. I don't think it's a good idea. But if that's what you want, God bless you. I wish you nothing but the best. So if you've been living under a rock, you may not know about this move. However, if you love the Yankees, you do know about this. So we're going to go over if this is a good move, bad move, if you should be excited about it. I sure am excited. Also, we're going to chat about Anthony Volpe. When is he coming back? Or is he going to be out for an extended period of time? Listen, we have to start off with the exciting move, and that's George Lombard Jr. advancing from high A to double A. Lombard Jr. this year in high A through 24 games, hitting .329, 10 extra base hits, including a home run, a triple, has 8 doubles, a 13 RBI, 11 stolen bases, a .983 OPS, has more walks than strikeouts, 23 walks to 22 strikeouts. Lombard Jr. definitely deserved this promotion, and I'm excited to see, what his future is with the New York Yankees. Now, are we going to see Lombard Jr. this year? No, in my opinion, probably not, unless he hits 400 to 500 down there in Double A, and the Yankees are in dire need of a third baseman at that point still. Then you might see Lombard Jr. But if he doesn't hit 400, listen, even if he hits 350 down there in Double A and shows off some power, hits has 20 doubles, hits hitting 350, 20 to 30 stolen bases, maybe we see Lombard Jr. I just don't think so. We'll see what ends up happening though. But listen, for those of you who want to see Lombard Jr., I just ask you to do this. Be patient. We don't want to rush this kid. We don't want the Yankees to rush him. It's not good if they do. And it wouldn't be good for George Lombard Jr. So let Lombard go down there in Double A, let him perform, let him develop. And honestly, if he plays exceptionally well, which I expect him to, well, we could see him next year. We could see him next year compete or be penciled in there as the New York Yankee starting third baseman, New York Yankee starting second baseman, or depending on what direction the Yankees want to go in, the New York Yankees starting shortstop. We'll see what ends up happening with George Lombard Jr., but congratulations to him. An exciting move because that means this kid is moving up the system, and that, in my opinion, is very, very exciting and very good news for the Yankees. Now, Anthony Volpe. We have to talk about Anthony Volpe. Obviously, you know about that diving play he tried to make. Popped here to pop in his shoulder. Everybody's thinking, including himself, oh my gosh, am I hurt? Am I done? Yesterday, he took the day off. Aaron Boone said, hey, Volpe, we're going to rest you, man. If we need you to play in the field, maybe, but I don't want you to swing a bat. John Morosi of MLB Network mentioned, hey, we might see Anthony Volpe in the lineup tonight. So that means Anthony Volpe is probably close to returning. Whatever he's going through, he's okay. And which is great news. I mean, this kid, he was slumping. He was in one of the worst slumps that I've seen in quite some time. Then all of a sudden, he picked it up. And that's what I needed to see from him. That's what we needed to see out of him. He needed to go in there and adjust and rebound from that dreadful, dreadful slump. At one point, he was 7 for 54. That's terrible. It's like a 130, 150 batting average. That's horrible. But then what did he do? He bounced back. He has a 768 OPS right now, a 118 OPS plus, 5 home runs. He's hitting .233, but that's okay. He's going to give you some power. Now, for those of you who want Anthony Volpe to be an average hitter, could he be? Sure. But let's not say, Volpe has to hit for average and not power. He's been a power hitter basically his entire professional career outside of last year. He has 3 consecutive professional seasons where he has 21 home runs or more. He's got power. The kid has power. So let's not put him in a box. I say it all the time. Don't put Anthony Volpe in a box. He's gonna hit you for some power, and I expect him to be a 780, 800 OPS kind of guy. And if Anthony Volpe turns out to be an 800 to 850 OPS kind of guy, that would mean to me that he probably has anywhere from 25 to 30 home runs. That would mean to me that he has like a 240, 250 average. That's pretty close to an MVP caliber shortstop. That's pretty close to what Francisco Lindor does with the New York Metropolitans. Maybe the average is a little on the low end, but as far as power goes and OPS, last year Lindor for the New York Metropolitans, last year he had an 844 OPS. So if Anthony Volpe has an OPS anywhere around there, as I said, that would mean he would probably have over 30 home runs at that point, playing a Gold Glove shortstop. He would get some MVP votes. I'm not saying he would win the MVP, but he would definitely get some MVP votes. And that's the kind of player I know Anthony Volpe could be. I just have that kind of faith in him. It has to happen. He has to snap out of this thing that he was going through. And listen, he did. He did. Look what he's doing. 768 OPS. That's very good. I hope he comes back and I hope he's okay. Now, as far as Yankees who aren't necessarily okay, that's Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's going to miss like 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I thought in my last video, I was like, hey, Jazz Chisholm Jr., he's going to be fine. I anticipate that he's going to be okay. I was wrong. I was so wrong. He's not. He's not okay. Out to a month to a month and a half. That's not good news for the Yankees. That's not good news. So what does that mean? That means that guys like Bibas, maybe he comes in there and he performs. He just got his first major league hit the other day. Congratulations to him. That's awesome. Maybe Peraza steps up and starts hitting. Somebody has to go and take that brass ring. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. They have to go in there and take that brass ring. Because Jazz, we're going to miss it for a month and a half. That stinks. That's going to sting. So we need one of these other kids, whether it's Bibas, Peraza, to step up. I know DJ LeMahieu was coming back. I think that means adios, Pablo Reyes. See you later. Because if Pablo's not hitting, there's really no use to have him because he's not really a good defender. Peraza's a better defender. Now, I know Pablo, he could play the outfield, but so can Oswaldo Cabrera. So if you need an outfielder, use Cabrera, right? So listen, in my opinion, right, losing Jazz stinks. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. However, it gives one of these other kids an opportunity to go in there and to impress and to maybe garner some trade value or maybe be a main fixture on this New York Yankee team for 2025. We'll see what happens, but losing Jazz was not on my wish list, if you will, because I think Jazz was going to snap out of that slump. I really do. And I think Jazz was playing an excellent second base. We'll see what ends up happening, though. We'll see when he comes back, and by that point, maybe somebody steps up. But I know we have DJ LeMahieu on the way back. I hope he does well, guys. Listen, he's like we're paying him $15 million per year. I don't want to call him a waste, but at the same time, it's like, man, you are a little older. You did not have a good year last year. You're rehabbing right now, and I hope he comes back and he starts to hit. But what's the likelihood that happens? He hasn't been all that great these last few years. Now, a couple of years ago, he had a stretch where he was pretty good, but it's really a shame. And I would hate somebody like him to come in there and take some playing time away, because last year, as I said, LeMahieu was not good. A 527 OPS. I wonder what the Yankees do when Giancarlo comes back. What do you do there? Right? Because Giancarlo, he's going to DH. That's really all he's going to do. Last year, he had a really good season. He had an amazing postseason. So this is why I don't understand this conversation that some people are having of let's move on from Giancarlo. I just don't think that really makes a lot of sense, considering that last year, at least, he still had it. He still had a lot left in the tank. in my opinion, when Giancarlo comes back, I think JC Escarra goes. The kid's not hitting right now. And that's why he's mainly there, to hit and to do something. He's not doing it. You could have Ben Rice catch. They've thrown him in that position a few times now this season, whether that's in late innings, but they're still putting him and exposing him to major league pitching as a catcher anyway. We'll see what ends up happening, but I think when Giancarlo comes back, JC Escarra goes down to the minor leagues, or they pass him through waivers if he doesn't have any options. So I want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.